Beloved Bhagwan, you have said that sometimes you say things to shock and disturb people's sleep, and that there are millions of people in the world who need just a little bit of shaking and they will awake. Are these people who are being shocked by you now also listening to you? Are they starting to become contemporaries? Are they starting to wake up?
They certainly are tossing and turning in but there is great hope. They are trying hard to remain asleep. I shock them, they take a turn, pull the blanket over. But I am not to be defeated by their stupidity. I am determined to wake them up by each and every means possible. I will say things which are not true. I will do things which I am not supposed to do, but I will wake them up. And few are certainly waking up, coming closer, feeling more, understanding more. My efforts have not gone in vain. Perhaps nobody was so much rewarded as I am rewarded. So many people for the first time are so much interested in a man just for his mere love and his presence. I do not walk on waters, I do not do any miracles, because those are the methods to attract people, their attention. But the person comes to you not because of you. He comes to you because you are doing miracles. It is the miracles who are pulling him towards you. A few people gathered around Jesus. It was not of any worth. He was raising the dead, walking on water, turning water into wine, doing every kinds of things in which people are interested. But even then, not many came. And I am consistently avoiding anything that can be a distraction to you. I am making it absolutely clear that you have to be here just for me, not for any other motive. If there is any other motive, you are not with me. If there is no motive, then there is a possibility of your being awakened. So I have not given any excuse for my people to be around me. In fact, I have given them every excuse to escape from me, to avoid me. Being with me does not bring you respectability. That is well considered by me from the very beginning, that with me you should have to lose your respect, your honor, your morality, because these will be the tests whether you are going to risk anything to be with me. And if people, thousands of people have decided to be with me at any cost, that is a determination, a commitment of tremendous import. That means they have tasted something of my presence. The people who are now around me are not just for my words. By now they are perfectly aware that you can play with the words, there is nothing in it. They are perfectly aware that they are not to cling to my words, because tomorrow I am going to change. Why unnecessarily cling? I am absolutely unreliable. And to trust in a man who is so unreliable is authentic trust. It goes beyond thinking of consequences. It goes beyond fear. It goes beyond all words. I may contradict, I may say anything to my people, it does not matter. What matters is my presence, my love towards them, their love towards me. And that is going to create a whirlwind of awakening around the whole world. It is the beginning. The wildfire can take wings any moment. And we are fortunately in the right time. When people are already fed up with their sleep, fed up with all their sleeping pills, fed up with all the dreams they have been seeing, and fed up with all those peoples who have been simply providing drugs to them to console. This is the right moment when we can fetch people very easily, because they are themselves trying to get out of the bed. But they have been asleep so long, it has become almost their second nature. Hence, a little effort is needed to separate them from their second nature and make them aware of their original face. Everybody has within him the eternal flame of awareness. howsoever hidden behind walls, it is always there. Nothing can destroy it. All that we have to do is to destroy the walls. And the walls are only of words, scriptures, beliefs. And I am training my people without calling it a training. How to play with words, how to play with arguments, and how to destroy any argument without much effort. These are the ways those walls have to be broken. Against every prejudice I am speaking, against every religion I am speaking, against every ideology I am speaking, and giving you basic insight how you can destroy all these hindrances. At the moment they are removed, awareness is not something that comes from the blues. You suddenly find a great surprise that it has always been there. Just you are keeping your back towards it. Many are wakening up. They have slept for millions of years. So we have not to be in a hurry. And whatever time they take, it is not much. Because their sleep is so long that if they take few years to wake up, they are waking up quite early. It is happening. And it is a kind of happening that once it starts, then it is infectious, contagious. Then it goes on and on from one person to another person. We have to make this whole earth fully awake. And we are capable now. I can say it with confidence that I have the right people with me, the intelligent people with me, who can do every kind of work to help humanity to become conscious. So I am not worried at all about their unconsciousness, neither I am worried about our capacity to wake them up. Our capacity to wake them up is far bigger and greater than their capacity to remain asleep. And this will be some miracle. Walking on water is silly. You can cross the lake in a boat. There is no need. In Ramakrishna's life, there is a story. A man called Totapuri, a very famous saint of those days, came to Ramakrishna's ashram near Calcutta in Dakshineshwar. It was known that Totapuri walks on water. And it must be true because it is not 2000 years old story. Just in the past century, by the end of the past century, there are still people who have seen Ramakrishna alive and Totapuri alive. I have met those people, and they say that man was a man of miracles, but Ramakrishna reduced him to nothing. He just challenged Ramakrishna. They were sitting on the bank of the Ganges. That, come on, why not have a little walk on the Ganges? Now, poor Ramakrishna was not a man of miracles. He said, that's a good idea. But I have disciples who have better ideas. Just look up. They both looked up. On the cloud was sitting one of Ramakrishna's disciples. Ramakrishna said, my people travel by clouds. They don't walk on water. Totapuri was amazed. But more amazed he was when Ramakrishna said that that was just a projection. There was nobody on the cloud. It was just my deep projection, the way a film is projected on the screen. I can project any idea through my eyes forcibly on any screen. That cloud, that white cloud, functioned as a screen. There was nobody, and we don't do any stupid things like that. And to you, I would like to ask one question: how many years it took to learn the art of walking on water? Totapuri said it was an arduous discipline. I had to go to Tibet to learn it. 30 years I have been under arduous training, and then finally I succeeded. Ramakrishna laughed madly. He said, you are crazy. When I want to go to the other side of the Ganges, I just tell the boatman. Anyway, in those days, just 1 paisa, 1 rupee consists of 100 paisas. Just 1 paisa was enough, and even that was not taken from Ramakrishna. No boatman will take from such a beautiful man, so pure, so innocent. So he said, at the most, it is worth 1 paisa, what you have learned in 30 years. And 30 years is a long time. And what is the point of it all? Even if you walk on water or sit on a cloud, how it makes you more peaceful, more silent, more aware, more meditative? In what way you achieve godliness by walking on water? It is sheer stupidity. You wasted your 30 years and you wanted to brag about it. You forget all that you have learned and start from the scratch. Because I can see you just as fast asleep and ignorant as anybody else. Just you have learned few tricks. Those tricks don't bring any transformation. But those tricks bring millions of people to worship you. Many saints in India have confessed to me that they do certain kinds of tricks just to attract people so that those people can be made religious. I said from the very beginning, you are cheating them. You yourself are becoming irreligious. And they are not coming here to become religious in the first place. They are just coming to see the tricks. Any magician in the street is doing all those things that you are doing. Even better things magicians are doing in the street corners. In the whole day, perhaps they may gather 5 rupees. How can you think that you have attained to some spirituality? Just by attracting a crowd? And the crowd is going to be of wrong people. So from the very beginning, my effort has been not to attract wrong people, not to attract people with motivations which have nothing to do with awakening. And I can say to you that I have succeeded in attracting only the right people. Even if once in a while a wrong person came in accidentally, I have managed to get rid of him without telling him to leave, because that is insulting somebody. But having him the idea that he is leaving, that out of his freedom he is going into the world. And I have accepted it that that's perfectly good. People should come in with their freedoms, should go out with their freedom. But this is not true. The people who have left had to leave because somehow I had already disconnected myself with them. They were no more nourished. They were hanging around, but starving. Of this they cannot be aware in their sleep. But I wanted them to go away for the simple reason that they are wasting their time in a wrong place. It is a wrong place for those people because it cannot fulfill their desires. They are wasting their time and they are wasting the time of my people. My people are working in some way to create an energy field where people can become awakened. And they are not for that purpose here. So they are an unnecessary load. So I give them the idea to go to Santa Fe. All the camels are gathering there in Santa Fe. They are known in Santa Fe the dirty dozen, because only 1 dozen camels are there. They have become famous as the dirty dozen. Great achievement. And now they are hankering to come back. They are writing letters to people that they are dreaming of me, that they are dreaming of meeting me, that they are continuously missing the commune. Those letters are indications of their state, but their egos are coming in the way. How long? Sooner or later they will have to recognize the fact that they missed an opportunity in what they are doing in Santa Fe, what they can do. They are all asleep. They will have to come back, but this time they will be coming with a right motive. So this gap of losing contact with the commune, with sannyas, was absolutely essential for their growth. Now they will be coming not accidentally, but very consideredly. And this coming will be significant. They have to be welcome with great joy.
There is a lot of opposition to what is happening here. Your advice to people is to be intelligent in the fight against the politicians, to use legal methods, to use the democracy. If these legal methods work and the cases are won, won't the politicians be even more frustrated, even more angry at this community? Or do you see a possibility of a change happening in the attitude towards Rajneeshis?
Both things will happen. We are not going to use any illegal means in the fight with the politicians, because in their sleep they have written a constitution, not knowing that somebody can use it against them. And because they were writing in his sleep, they have tried hard to make it as beautiful, as democratic, as freedom-loving, respectful of the individual. They were not aware that there will come a time 300 years afterwards when few people fully awake will use their constitution against themselves. So my effort is of multi-dimensional interest. One, I want to prove it to the whole world that we are saving the Constitution of America against the Americans. That the Constitution of America has to be saved not only from Soviet Union but from Americans too. And these are the most dangerous enemies because the Constitution is in their hands. They have been not challenged up to now because nobody has ever thought that they are against the constitutions. Others were as asleep as they are. Now they are fighting a battle which is unique in the history. So when we can use their own constitution, their own laws, to defeat them, why we should lose that opportunity? We win and we make the whole world aware that Americans are not doing what they say. They are doing just the opposite. We are going to expose them to the whole world that this is a hypocrisy, not democracy, and we want it to become democracy. Our victory is absolutely certain unless they burn their constitution and declare America also a fascist state. In that way also we will be the winners. We have exposed the greatest hypocrisy in the whole history of man. Secondly, the moment we win, many of the politicians who are intelligent enough will immediately have a change of heart. They will see now that it is not a question of the red people winning, it is a question that the red people have proved they are for the constitution and we have fallen in the opposite camp. It is good to be back with the constitution because the American masses will not forgive anybody who is destroying their constitution. Why winning in the courts on the basis of democratic ideals and values, we will be able to convince the masses too that we are not enemies, that we are their friends, and the people they used to think as their friends are their enemies. So the politicians who are intelligent enough will immediately be on our side. Only the idiots will not change, but they don't matter. But they will lose their respectability on each standpoint. For example, this Attorney General of Oregon imposed $600,000 punishment for making the tents without permission. He never came here. He simply assumed by rumors that those tents were permanent structures. Only permanent structures need permission, tents don't need. Of course, they were a new kind of tents. We had used material which is used in permanent structures, but nowhere in American Constitution it says that the material which is used in permanent structures cannot be used in tents. The definition of the tent is that you can put it within 10 minutes and you can fold it off within 10 minutes. More than that, there is no constitutional way to define a tent of what it is